I'd say this picture alone pretty much sums up my NBA fandom all in one. It perfectly encapsulates, if you will, my fandom here. I mean, I'm in Philly. I'm with the Sixers, cover this team, looking at the team from afar as a fan, and then everything in between, right? And have you ever rooted for a player that's not on your team and thought, well, I love this guy, love watching this guy, love watching him play, fill in the blank, in this case, basketball, never thinking that he'd be on your team. And then he's on your team. But then some ass face, like, I don't know, Ben Simmons, hypothetically, or Tobias Harris. It's not an ass face. It wasn't his fault. But some reason just runs him out. And now you're left thinking, man, what could have been, especially with the two guys pictured behind me. Jimmy Butler was doing amazing shit. We go 4-1, mind you, in our 5 for 5. We're going to do it all again right now. I'm going to ask you to do a couple of things real quick, right? Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, all of the fun stuff here, all right? But you know the drill. Let us begin. The clock is officially rolling. All right. First play for us is going to be in this Bucks-Nets game. I'm going to stay away from the Lakers-Grizzlies game. LeBron out. I think it's way too volatile. We're going to start under 231.5. Again, 4-1 last night to open up the week. Let's keep the momentum going. We're going to go under 231.5 in Brooklyn. Bucks on the road. I know Giannis is back, but still, look at this. Giannis is back. Bucks have won like every game this season in a row, and Brooklyn has lost. Yet, here we go. This is below 7 points. The only way in which that's truly going to stay on point, the only way in which I truly see Brooklyn covering this would be, or even staying in this game, would be a lower scoring game. And look, by the way, Milwaukee understands exactly what it takes to get deep into the playoffs, into the finals, and winning a game all hard and outright on February 28th to extend a win streak is not priority number one. We move on. Next play here is going to be the debut of Quinn Snyder. Now, we're going to lay the 7. That's fine. Lay the 7. Remember, the whole issue with Nate McMillan wasn't necessarily record. It was his personal record with Trae Young. Well, that's changed now that you've got a new coach in tow, and you would anticipate, at the very least, I think, assume that the Hawks talked to Trae Young before hiring Quinn Snyder. So Quinn's in the house. Trae Young is back. Hawks are at home. Wizards have dropped a couple of games now since the All-Star break. I think that's it. I think that cool story of them winning a couple in a row, we told you back when they snapped that 6-game win streak, teams that are in this level this late in the season of the standings, they don't go on 9, 10-game win streaks. They just don't. I think this is who the Wizards are. Hawks have new life, which is always dangerous no matter where you are in the season on the schedule. You get a burst of new life, just an added edge, and I'm willing to take that. I don't think this is going to move against us, but I'll take the Hawks here at -7. All right, we keep it moving. Next game, we're going to jump on over Houston and lay the 2.5 in OKC. This is our favorite play of the board. SGA could be back. Looks like he's probably going to play, and that's a little up in the air, but he's coming back from the abdomen and from a leg injury, foot injury. Like, he's coming back from 2 separate injuries. And that's not to say that he can't play or score at an elite level, but it's double now that he's going through. And when I'm looking at anybody of that nature, of that volume, coming back immediately from an injury, the first thing is, all right, what's he coming back from? And then is there anything else we should worry about? You know, that's what you're getting from SGA right now, a second concern. Regardless if you want to prioritize the injury or your concern from the injury, the Kings are on a roll. The Kings are back to that early story that we were talking about, and then some. So I like Sacramento here. I'll lay the 2.5 on the road. Would not be shocked by any means if the Kings explode and win by double digits. I'll just take by 3 on the road, a rather quick and easy, painless victory. Speaking of which, how about the Clippers? -6.5 at home. This is below that number 7 we talk about a lot here. A lot. And, you know, I think the difference is more so with the Clippers. It's going to be a matter of, can the Wolves keep up? Can the Wolves do enough? By the way, this was an under, not Hawks 7. It's all the same, but under 235 was the play. Just wanted to remind you. Clippers right now -6.5. I'll get back to that and remind you again. Love the fact that LA has been able to score, put together Russell Westbrook in this mix. Clearly, they can't defend, and they've struggled. Look, Denver's a tough place to win. I'm willing to give them some benefit there. I'm also looking at Minnesota crumbling on the verge. Rudy Gobert coming back. He's going to play. That doesn't do much for this team and this line. Clippers are going to outscore and ultimately outlast Minnesota. So at -6.5, we're good there. Last, I'm going to push my luck a little bit here and take the Blazers to win this game outright. I get it. It's +4, and you're only getting a +150 return on the money line, but I like where I am with Portland. Damian Lillard is just on such a massive tear right now that it's going to be really difficult to ignore that. And that doesn't mean that Golden State puts this huge clamp down on everything, but Draymond Green is back. They get a little better defensively, and they've won 2 straight. They're still only 4 points of a favorite. Maybe that's too much for you. And that's where I'm looking at it. Like, all right, that's a little too much for me, despite getting those elements back. They still down Steph. They're still down Andrew Wiggins. They're still not a great basketball team right now. And Portland has this odd momentum to where you start over-focusing on a guy like Damian Lillard, and there are a couple of guys on that team that can burn you for 20, 24 points, and that's where I think Portland becomes dangerous on the road here at +150. All right, I'm going to run this back for you real quick, but let me tell you, I can turn $5 into $150. It's simple. It's easy, all right? You want another look at the guys? Just one more time. Just Joel, man. Like, it's don't leave us for South Beach. That's all I'm asking. You have to be 21 or older. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. You have to live in a state where you can legally place a wager. Savvy? We're good? Okay. Let's head on back to DraftKings. Toledo, $5 bet. That's it. Like, that's the thing. Just take 90 seconds out of your life. Sign up. There's somebody in your life right now that's not on this book. I only use his book. Well, who cares? Start them now on DraftKings. There's always today that you can start somebody on DraftKings, all right? Your uncle, your mother, whoever it is, your grandmother, your great-grandparents, whoever. I only use this with my bookie down the street. Whatever it is, we'll open their eyes up now to DraftKings, and you can do this as well. Just give them the link, sign up, and put $5 in now. Bet the 5 on Toledo, okay? $5 back on Toledo. We're good. Here's the 5 and 5. Under 231.5 Bucks Nets. Under in the Hawks game. All right. That was my fault. It wasn't a 7. It should have been under 235. The reasoning and rationale is the same. We're fine. Nothing changes there, but it's under 235 in the Hawks game. Then it's the Kings -2.5, Clippers -6.5, Blazers on the money line. Before I get out of here, can I interest you in the Bet Pro tool, please? It's a free week. You know, you're going to get a free week on the Bet Pro tool. And does it work? Abso-fucking-lutely it works. I mean, shout out to Elvis here on the Discord. This is why you use the Bet Pro tool. You go out there, you have your own system, your own process. Maybe it doesn't work that night. You fall back on the Bet Pro tool. It's got a guaranteed, proven so far, life plus ROI on its return. Bet percentage tells you how much to bet. SEV, how much your bankroll is going to grow. We give you that on top of the regulars. This is all at Stochastic from the sharpest minds we have. All right, now get a week free, will you? And yeah, you want to look at that gem again? Go ahead. I'll let you stare at that on the way out. We'll see you. Actually, why don't you stare at this because we continue to remind you about the show. It's coming. It's here. Lofty and Raza crushed it yesterday. They're back today.